Good Omens Season 2 is coming out this week, and while many fans are hoping for the relationship between the angel Aziraphale and the demon Crowley to be made officially gay, there's actually an element of their relationship that I'm even more interested in seeing explored. Now let's be clear, there are no two ways about the fact that Aziraphale and Crowley share a very close and loving relationship. This love is showcased throughout Season 1, both in the main story and in flashbacks. For example, in one scene, Aziraphale and Crowley are in the Garden of Eden. As it starts to rain, Aziraphale puts a wing over Crowley to protect him from the wet, and Crowley steps closer. This intimate gesture shows how comfortable they are with each other's bodies, that they offer and accept physical comfort, and the fact that it happens silently and naturally shows that it wasn't the first time and it won't be the last. In another scene that takes place many years later, Crowley offers Aziraphale a ride, and Aziraphale replies,
"You go too fast for me, Crowley."
Literally, he means Crowley drives too fast, which he does, but listen to the hitch in his voice. This is a man who's in love. It would be very cool if the gay subtext from Season 1 became text in Season 2, but more than anything, I want to see them in a loving, committed asexual relationship. There's some good asexual representation out there, but I always want to see more, and Aziraphale and Crowley are particularly good candidates. While the relationship between the leads is clearly loving, even romantic, there isn't anything between them that would suggest sexual interest. Additionally, a comment by one of the authors, Neil Gaiman, really got me thinking. He said that Aziraphale and Crowley weren't gay because they're an angel and a demon, not male humans. One can view this comment through a cultural perspective. What does it mean to be same-sex attracted when you're not a person in the world? To what extent does our understanding of ourselves and the context in which we operate create gayness as a construct? One can also choose to interpret this comment physiologically. So let's take a look at angelic anatomy. Given how much of the mythology of this book is lifted from, or at least inspired by, Christianity, we can assume that the angel has no reproductive anatomy. While this is an educated guess, what is explored in the book is the fact that angels and demons, being made of the same stuff, share anatomical properties. Thus, we can make the assumption that neither of the leads can have a sexual orientation, because how can you have a sexual orientation when you can't have sex? This question highlights a common assumption about romantic love, that it either derives from or leads to sexual activity, and that any other kind of romantic love is immature. However, real love is so much more than physical intimacy. It's prioritizing their needs and wants, a deep and intrinsic understanding of their worldview, and a willingness to make sacrifices for the other person. These are all mature ways of loving that Aziraphale and Crowley exhibit throughout the series, showcasing that you can have mature love without sex. This relationship, as it exists now, works as an allegory for asexuality. Finally, I do recognize that this opinion is somewhat controversial. It would not be cool if Crowley and Aziraphale were put in asexuality limbo, where people can assume that they might be gay, but there's never confirmation either way. For this relationship dynamic to work, the showrunners would have to commit to keeping the chemistry alive between the leads, allowing the writers and the actors to fully express this love, and most importantly, they ought not use asexuality to avoid showing same-sex love on screen. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you're most looking forward to in Season 2, or what your favorite part of Season 2 was.